Hey, welcome back. It's Saturday the 6th of July and I did something crazy. I went away. I've been away in July. Who would do that? Who would leave their flowers in July? It was a compromise, trust me. I left kicking and screaming, but I've come home early basically. So my family is still on holiday, but the compromise was that I would go on holiday, but then I would get back and be able to water and deadhead and put everything back on online for sale, because obviously I had to basically close my online shop down so that people didn't order anything when I was away. But it hasn't quite gone to plan because I'm not very well. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, I always look terrible in these videos, but I look even more terrible than normal. I travelled yesterday, Friday, and I felt terrible all day. Haven't eaten very much, but I'm just I've put something in to eat now because I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So hopefully I'll feel well enough to get back on top of the cut flower patch again. The only thing that's really annoyed me is I did all that fencing. You saw that in my last video. And there's a baby Peter, not Peter, a tiny, tiny rabbit in there, because the gauged wire I used, I did say I didn't think it was the best wire, but it's what I had. I think he can even fit through it. To be honest, I'm not really sure there's very much I can do about it now. He's one tiny rabbit and most of the plants are getting to the size now where they should be okay. It just means I can't really plant anything too small out there. And then hopefully by the time we get to the autumn and I get to autumn planting, I'll be in a better financial position to go and get some better wire, and I might feel like digging that trench again, because I can tell you now, I certainly don't feel like digging it again today, especially when you think you tick that job off, done, rabbit proof, done, and then it's not. But anyway, I don't want to keep going on about rabbits. Last year I went on and on about voles, and this year I'm going on and on about rabbits. But anyway, I need to sow my biennial seeds and a few perennial seeds. I need to get it done. Normally I do a little bit early. I normally do June. We're beginning of July, that's fine. It's not too late. But these are very important seeds to get in if you want to avoid having a really terrible lull in the May and June gaps. So anyway, let's have a look at what I'm sowing this year. Some things will be the same. Oh, I've just tipped a whole load of seeds out. That was clever. That's my white zinnia seeds, which I also need to sow. I want to see if I can get some zinnias at the end of September. I keep sowing them. I sowed them direct and they grew beautifully, and then the slugs ate them, so I'm going to have to put them in trays. The only trouble with planting zinnias in trays is quite often then you'll get the singles rather than the doubles. So I'm going to sow the same Alba foxglove that I sowed last year, and I'm going to use the same old seed actually, so hopefully it will germinate. And this is the Alba foxglove, and I got these from the Happy Green shop, and you get so many seeds in the packet. I mean, if you had like a wildlife area, you know, you could shake that whole seed, but obviously I don't. I mean, there must be thousands in there. It does say sown by the 12th 24, so it should be okay for the date that the company have given me. So we've got the Alba foxgloves, and then I have also, I've got no order here. I went ahead and ordered, this is some new seed I ordered from the Happy Green shop. And it's more foxgloves, but this is Excelsior Mix. And this one comes in a mix of colours. And that one actually has a date on it of December 2027. So, but again, you know, you've got thousands of seeds in there, and I don't need them all. It'll be interesting to see what sort of mix of colours you get. So one of the first things I'm going to grow, but actually not in the cut flower patch, although I probably will cut some, is a new variety of Aquilegia. I have lots of Aquilegia in my cottage garden, and I have various self-sown bits in the cut flower patch, but I did take out my whole section in the cut flower patch because I just felt it would look nicer in the cottage garden. It was there if I needed it, and I didn't need it to take up a space in the cut flower patch. But the one I'm growing is the Barlow mix, and it's described as spurless. So I'm guessing, you know, the flower head has the bits that stick out the back, a bit like an alien. I'm guessing spurless means it won't have those spurs. And it also says fully double blooms, which look like small dahlias. And I've gone for the mixed colour. Although it says mix, but then I'm reading the colours, and this is actually saying pink. So although the pictures I'm going to put up as well, I bought these from the Happy Green shop. It's the Barlow mix Aquilegia, and it says mixed colours, but then when you read, it does actually say pink. So it'll be interesting to see if they're just going to be pink or if I will have a mix of colours. I've sown them from seed before. I sowed one pink petticoats, and they're really, really easy from seed. I've got some more Sweet Williams, some more Dianthus barbatus, and again from the Happy Green shop. But this time I've gone for the auricular-eyed because my Dianthus will perennialise quite well. So I think that all of the alba and the pink that I've had to cut from this year should be okay to cut from again next year. So I thought we'd go for a different mix. And yeah, that's the auricular-eyed. And again, loads of seeds in these packets from the Happy Green shop. You can't always get the exact colours you want, but they do quite a lot of mixed colour packets. And this one will be sort of reds and pinks. And then, having loved my lupins this year, now I could collect my own lupin seed, but it won't be ripe for a little while yet, and I really want to get on and sow these now. So this is a blue lupin, and quite a few people just either put these in water as you would with a sweet pea because they've got quite a tough shells of the seed, or some people even use sandpaper. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, or whether I might just see if they... Actually, I can feel how hard the seed shell is. I think maybe we will just rub them with a little bit of sandpaper, maybe. Now, this Honesty seed is the Honesty seed from last year, and the date on here does say sow by December 23. So they might not work, but remember I've actually got, oh, I can't even find a piece. I've got a whole load of seed I've collected as well. So we'll give them a go, and if they don't germinate, we'll go ahead and collect some of our own seed. Oh yeah, again, this is for the cottage garden. I've got some more primula, and these are the fairy primrose mix. You don't get so many seeds in here. I always find, I mean, this says 2025, but my experience of sort of the polyanthus and primula seed is that they will germinate, you know, like 20 years after the date. So I don't think we'll have any problem with those. I didn't have very much luck with my wallflower seeds. I can't remember if I got them, I think I got them from Sarah Raven, and they were supposed to be white, and they were yellow. Now, if you're growing a whole thing of white, it's fair to say you want it to be white. If you're growing a mixed packet, you probably don't mind if you get a bit of yellow. But I was really disappointed because I needed white, and it was all yellow, and in the end I just chopped it all down. So I've ordered from the Happy Green shop again, and this time I've ordered the Fairy Lady mix, and it just says mixed colours as well as a speckled and shaded bicolour. The only thing is it says, and I wonder if this is why my Sarah Raven white ones might have been yellow, because it does say, I'm going to have to go in, it's raining. I wonder if I'm onto something now with those wallflowers, because I hadn't realised that they like alkaline soil. And I know with things that I've grown before, because my soil's very acidic, they can change colour. So I wonder if those wallflowers would have been white if they had been grown on alkaline soil. Do you grow wallflowers on acid? I mean, I'm not really acid, but I'm more acid than alkaline, if that makes sense. Let me know. Let me know if your wallflowers have come out the colour that you thought they were going to. So this one I have gone for a mix now. And again from the Happy Green shop. And I've gone for My Fair Lady mix. And I haven't decided. They'll probably, I mean, I'll sow them now and then I might overwinter them in the tunnel. Right, so that's all my Happy Green shop. And then from Chilton's, I've got some Sweet Rocket, but just the white now, because I've already been growing the purpley one, and I fancy having a different colour. I'm going to grow Canterbury Bells again, but this year, I think I've already mentioned, I'm just going to grow the pink, and I'm just going to grow the single. And then I've got some more Dorcas. Well, I say that sounds quite empty. I think that's a packet I've already used, and these are new packets. And then, is that everybody? I've actually got some more Dorcas here as well from Bishy Barnaby's Cottage Garden. They have a good selection of seed as well. And another company I use is Plants of Distinction. And again, that's more Dorcas. Ash, leave it alone. I'm not going to sow these now, but I've also got some stock seed here, but I'll probably, well, they're for autumn sowing, but I just ordered them at the same time. Okay, so I prepared my compost before I went away, and I've left it outside, and it rained very heavily last night. So the compost is all pre-watered, so we can go ahead and get sowing these seeds straight away. I want to show you my hydro propagator. I did an experiment only a few days ago, didn't I, before I went away, and I put some zinnias in there to see if they would take from cuttings. And I mean, I haven't looked at them all, but let me show you what I just found. So I can't remember which one I pulled out, but these are the zinnias. Look, that's only after a few days. And that one. Okay, so can you take cuttings from zinnias? It appears yes, but now we need to see how they'll grow on. That's no good, that's gone brown. Yeah, that's not, these have gone black at the bottom and all soft and squidgy, so that's not good. So these will not root. I need to come and cut the ends off these and try again. And the salvias, oh, we're just starting to think about it. There's just tiny root on there, no root on there. Oh, and look at that one, he's well away. And this was the Veronica. Oh, and the Veronica's well away as well. And that's only about 4 days. So that's fantastic. But yeah, this, I need to come and sort this out. I had done lots of successions of things, hoping I would have things flowering for the wedding I've got at the end of September. But everything seems to be flowering all at the same time. You know, all my successions of Snapdragon are all flowering now. So I've just taken some cuttings. These are Bells of Ireland. Let's see if we can get a few of these a bit later on in the season. And I'm just trying a whole load of annuals. I've not really done this before properly. You know, I've played around with a few things, but I thought we'd try a few Cosmos as well. So there's a few Bells of Ireland. Got a few Cosmos. Let's get those. I've got obviously I'm aiming for whites at the moment, so I've got a mix here of Purity and Snowflake. Okay, so let's pop those in here. And I've taken the cuttings as I would anything, you know, at the leaf node, and I've taken off any buds. Don't really want the flower buds. The cosmos has gone very wilty because I've cut it right in the middle of the day, which is not a good idea. But I can always cut some more of this foliage off in a minute if it doesn't pick up, because they don't need a whole lot. This is a white larkspur. Unlikely to work, but you know, nothing to lose really, have we? And I'm out of space and I want to put a bit of Ami in. Some of these salvias must be rooting a bit, mustn't they? No, they're not. Oh, that one is. Love that one out. I'll just show you as well. You didn't see me take the houseplants out. They had amazing roots. I mean, they've only been in about a week. Look at this. So that's that houseplant. The foxglove seed is so tiny. It's quite difficult to put individual seeds in a cell. But I am going to try and sow them as thinly as possible, because it'd be very easy to have, you know, about 20 seeds. I'm probably going to have about 5 or 6 in a cell, or that one's probably more like 20 in a cell. It is very difficult. But what I probably will do is some of them I may prick out, and then some of them I probably will just sacrifice and just cut out with the scissors, because really sometimes I find it's best not to disturb the roots of the ones that you've got growing on that are looking really healthy. And there's only so many you need, although, you know, I could potentially sell any extras. I might just, this bit in my hand, I might just go and sprinkle that in the cottage garden and have a few white ones in there as well. I've got various different cell trays here. So I'm just working out, you know, the things I don't need very much of. So, for example, the honesty, I only had 6 plants this year, and that was ample for me. And it's probably not something I would sell for other people to go in their gardens. So I think probably doing a 9 tray of the honesty will be fine. Whereas things that I perhaps could sell, like the wallflowers, I probably will do them in a 12 tray instead. So because these seeds are potentially not going to germinate, I probably am going to double them up. Now let's find a 6 tray. Here's one. And we want our label for our honesty. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and I'll just put more than one seed in a cell, just because the packets did say that these, you know, might be past their best, but if they don't germinate, then we'll collect some seed from the ones we've grown ourselves. Right, is that all of those? Oh, a few more there. Oh, I'll just bung them in. Right, and I just want to make sure they've got really good contact with the damp compost. And then I'll just cover those. The larger the seed, the more likely it is to need covering. The smaller the seed, it probably needs light to germinate. I don't know if that's one that I put in there, but anyway. Right, so that's the honesty. And that, realistically, if I'm not going to sell them, that 1 tray of honesty, because it's very easy to get carried away, that 1 tray of honesty is probably ample. So I've got our dianthus now. Now, I probably could sell these. So I might do another tray in a minute. I think what I'll do, I'll just get one tray of everything sown for now. Okay, then we'll do some wallflowers. Oh, I haven't opened the packet. Obviously, these seeds are critical for having flowers next May and June. So that you know, these are possibly some of your most important flowers are these biennials, and even perennials as well, because your annuals, unless you've overwintered some, may not quite be there yet. Right, what else have we got? My Aquilegia. And again, I've got some in my hand and I'm just going to go and randomly sprinkle these in the cottage garden. The idea of a cottage garden is for it to look very natural and for things just to pop up everywhere. So I always find just chucking handfuls of seed works pretty well. And then in the spring, I'll suddenly go, oh, look, there's an Aquilegia there, or there's a foxglove there. And sometimes it's seed that has self-sown, and other times it's seed that I've put there. And usually I can tell because the seed that I've put there will be a specific variety. So, for example, the Alba seed I put out there and the Excelsior seed for the foxgloves, I don't have those varieties in my garden yet. So if any of those come up next year, I will know it will be because I had sown those. Sweet Rocket is one where I don't think I need loads of plants. I don't think I'll sell that. So I'll probably a 9 tray of that will be fine. Oh, you get so much seed for me to only need 9 seeds. Oh, I don't think I've got a 9 cell left anyway. No, fair enough. Okay, well, we'll do 12. This is the campanula in the pink. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Got way too many campanula seeds there, so I'll chuck some of those in the garden in a minute. So I've got a tray left for my lupins. These are not where I'm going to leave these trays. When I've sown the lupins later, I'll move these all outside. But no point in moving them till I've finished. So I've had my lupin seeds soaking and they definitely feel much softer. So I'm going to go ahead and plant those now. So all I'm going to do for my lupins are big seeds, so like sweet peas, I'm going to put them in. I think soaking them was definitely the right idea. I can feel how the seed has completely changed. They were so hard earlier. So I'm planting them much the same as a sweet pea, although I wouldn't put a sweet pea in these trays like this. I always want sweet peas to have somewhere to run their roots. But what I mean to say is I'm planting them quite deep down under the soil because they're a large seed. I haven't checked this factually, but I would imagine they like darkness to germinate. Right, okay, and I've got a few spare, so I'll just do a few individual pots as well. Ooh, squeeze. Oh. I thought I was going to do some excellent filming then, like the BBC, and nearly knocked the camera over. Look, that's it, I think, folks. Just a quick video on what biennials and perennials I'm sowing. I am actually going to do some delphiniums in the airing cupboard, and if I remember, I'll take that packet of seed in with me to do now, and then hopefully I will be fighting fit again in the next video. So the delphiniums I'm going to grow again are from the Happy Green shop, and they are just a Pacific giant mix. But yeah, airing cupboard for these. I don't have much luck with them starting them in pots. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember, I'm not feeling very well. And if you do like this kind of content about growing cut flowers and gardening and flower arranging, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can follow my growing journey. And if you'd like to contribute towards the filming of the channel, then you can buy me a coffee, and the link for that is in the description to the video. I'm just going to pop a few clips on the end of the video now, and this is just, I've been away, 4 days, and I couldn't believe how many more things are flowering in the cutting garden. So I just went round and just filmed a few things of what's flowering in there today. Good luck with your biennial seeds. Let me know if you're growing any new perennials or new biennials that you haven't grown again, and what colours you've gone for. I'm definitely interested if you're growing on alkaline or acid with the wallflowers, and have you noticed any colour changes? So let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.